Hello everyone, welcome to your lecture on media and the fair sex. This lecture is a part of your paper on gender, media and society. This lecture will try to analyze the impact of different types of media instructions upon women. According to Gangopadhyay in 2015, women in the late 1940s have fought for equal right with their male counterparts, especially for right to be educated, work and vote. Women participating with men in the freedom struggle against the colonial rule helped them gain the momentum. Change was visible by mid-20th century when more and more women came out of the ambit of their homes and got educated. They used the acquired skills to either earn a living or to have a better family life and aid in the education of their children. Both in urban and in the rural areas, there has been a rise in the rate of female literacy after the pre-independence period. Many more women have contributed to the growth of New India and have taken forward the cause of the downtrodden women. Women withdrew themselves willingly from the public sphere after independence and concentrated on the private sphere, leaving the responsibility of nation building to men. They, however, were visible in professions like nursing, teaching, medical practice, etc., which are considered to be extension of the feminine self. In the late 1990s, opportunities became easier for men and women to study and work abroad. Women, mostly belonging to upper middle class urban families, started moving to UK, USA and Australia in search of better opportunities. They were primarily traveling to pursue higher education and later get jobs in the host country or in India. Women are increasingly taking independent decisions in relation to education, career and their personal lives. Portrayal of women. So the ground realities show that a significant number of women in society have come a long way through sheer hard work and dedication in improving their own or family life, sometimes even without any kind of support from any quarter. In urban areas and to some extent in rural areas also, women are trying to improve their lot through different forms of empowerment available to them, like getting education or joining self-help groups. This is a very positive development happening in the society slowly but steadily. However, mass media do not always mirror the occurrence of society. In its place, they select and decide upon a few facets of truth and depict it to the public from a certain point of view. Rana in 2007 observed that maximum journalists, including women journalists, have a tendency to reason that when handling the matters like politics, judgment making and governance in public service, it is the observation of men which has been prioritized. Even though women have reached to noteworthy progression in diverse fields, media has never been approaching in distinguishing these advancements and hence have also dropped short in finding women in fresher roles. Wood in 1994 commented that overall media continues to present both men and women in typecasted ways that restricts an individual's discernment of human proficiencies. Normally, men are portrayed as energetic, courageous, accomplished, sexually powerful and to large amount detached from the human acquaintances. In the same manner, women are depicted as typically young, sex symbols, thin, reliant, and cheerful, and supposed to be hopeless with lack of suitable intellect. Women direct their needful dynamisms to augmenting their looks and looking after the house and others. Since media infests in our lives, the way they present and misinterpret sexes may mislead how an individual notices oneself and what is measured as normal and striking for men and women. In the news and views categories both in print and electronic media, it can be noticed that women are rarely seen as newsmakers except in case of violence and calamities. Women are mostly ignored in serious matters like health, education and livelihood. Mona in 2002 highlights that content study of contemporary media's attention of women's concerns show that maximum of the reporting concerns atrocities against women and problems on the home front. The absent areas that require more attention include women rebelling with domination of values and customs as primary creators of food, dealers, promoters of peace, primary earners of redundant care labor in the economy, makers of shattered societies, supervisors of domestic possessions and several others. Men's accountabilities as custodians, parents and spouses have lesser or no exposure. Media hardly raises perilous question upon why women are actually absent from specific groupings such as politics and sports. Often it has been noticed that women are given space and time in light-hearted issues. Call in 2012 viewed, it is observed that women magazines are focusing heavily on domestic side of women and trying to prove that every woman needs to be a perfect cook, a tailor and housekeeper and also be beautiful. The intellectual qualities of women are mentioned nowhere. Their abilities as equal partners in developments are lost between cooking oils and fairness creams. Gangopadhyay in 2006 felt serious women's issues get low coverage and mostly women are portrayed superficially and in many cases depicted as sex objects. Frivolous subjects like fashion, makeup and cookery mainly comprise the crux of women's issues in the media. Generally, female politicians, sport persons and achievers in business and other fields get far lesser coverage in comparison to their male counterparts, excepting maybe those who are in the peak of their respective fields. Spears and Seidegard in 2000 said that women are seldom portrayed as politicians, newsmakers, experts, business leaders and a host of other roles in which men regularly feature, even where women have broken into non-traditional jobs and social roles. In the views category, women experts interviewed or invited as panelists for seeking opinion on varied matters are much less in comparison to men. Spears and Seidegard in 2000 feel, in addition to appearing in a limited number of roles, women are often simply missing in the media. They are much less likely to be featured in news stories and less likely to be interviewed and asked for an opinion than men. However, it is heartening to note that there has been a slow increase in the quantitative amount of news on women and to a lesser extent qualitative representations related to women in the recent times across mass media. Nonetheless, typecasting of women in mass media still continues unabated. Rana in 2014 suggested that there is some change in the situation in the past few years with amplified coverage on issues connected to females in the media. Still minimal, news linked to women are given space in significant areas like the editorial space, feature news, news on the front page, etc. Though sensational narratives of molestation, sexual provocation, domestic violence and further forms of brutality dictate women's perceptibility in the news. Electronic broadcasting. The electronic media, especially satellite television, in the fictional category are the greatest wrongdoers. During the late 1980s and early 1990s, the public broadcaster Doordarshan used to telecast many serials pertaining to the issues of average women in the society. These serials used to portray women in positive light, were believable and entertained the audiences too. However, after the advent of satellite television, in most cases, the traditional role model of a woman as wife, mother, homemaker with all age-old virtues like patience, self-effectiveness and adjustment are mostly glorified, thus not displaying a stable portrait of women's varied existence and benefaction to society in an ever-changing contemporary world. Kumar in 2016 commented that television soaps have underwent an enormous transformation in the last 10.5 years. Serials have evolved a lot from depicting powerful women roles like Kalyani in Udan, Rajni during the 1980s, who portrayed as a motivation for women of the middle class backgrounds and summoned the contemporary ideology. While at present there is an overdose of serials on television and they hardly portray any real concern for the sensitive gender issues, it is interesting to take note of the fact that these serials are dominated by women characters who are the central characters or protagonists. However, they portray images of weaker sex or inferior gender rather than raising voice for gender equality. In television serials, women are depicted as either very good or very bad, nothing like real life women. Wood in 1994 said, "The rule seems to be that a woman may be strong and successful if and only if she also exemplifies traditional stereotypes of femininity, subservience, passivity, beauty and an identity linked to one or more men." The other image of woman the media offer us is the evil sister of the good homebody. Versions of this image are the witch, bitch, whore or non-woman who is represented as hard, cold, aggressive, all of the things a good woman is not supposed to be. Women in the conventional molds are shown in positive light, while women digressing from this mold like a certain economic, social or sexual independence are portrayed negatively or invisible in fictional content in most places. Aubrey in 2004 found negative consequences were more common in scenes in which female characters initiated sexual activities than in scenes in which male characters initiated sexual activities. Also, it has been noticed that women from mainstream are depicted more often than women from vulnerable and marginalized sections, and even if they are given some space and time, it is mostly as minor characters or in the fringes of the storylines. Shivdas 2000 states that specific women falling under the category of elderly or belonging from marginal ethnicities, religious clusters, working women, and women from varied sexual alignments are hardly noticed by media. Certain issues related to women are approached by mass media in non-fiction as well as fiction arrangements. However, hardly does mass media strays from the modern presentation of women. It often underlines typecasted depictions of women and their functions in the society. Role of mass media. Mass media is supposed to inform and educate the people in the process, guiding them to act upon various aspects of social life and also provide entertainment in some form. It has been noticed that even though mass media are catering to vast sections of society, yet it is found to serve the interest of the powerful groups. Hence, the media messages mostly conform, if not totally, but to a good extent, to the conventional customs and ideas of those groups. Mass media are expected to show a straightforward representation of the occurrences in society. Yet, very interestingly, they are more inclined to give such contents that reinforce the traditional values and stereotyped views of society. Even though the form and content of mass media have changed with time, yet they continue to transmit patriarchal values. Mass media can be a potent means of support for the marginalized and exploited, including women, yet they tend to emphasize typecast ideas in relation to the status of women in society, as there is a distinct connection between mass media and dominant power groups. As media expert Patel in 1998 says, the mass media functions in the larger system of patriarchy and capitalism that controls media structures and organizations and represents women as subordinate. Conclusion. Summing up this lecture, we learned that most women are part of a marginalized group who have to depend to a large extent upon the good offices of men in getting their share of ordinary benefits within the family and of society. Even now, many women require assistance to empower themselves to lead a positive and wholesome life. Keeping this scenario in mind, mass media need to depict real issues related to large and diverse sections of women in society. The contents may be in the fiction or non-fiction categories, but the representation of concerns related to women ought to be balanced. In such cases, where there may be scope for women to be victimized, mass media should play a proactive role to shape the views of society in a positive manner. As mass media are a part of society, hence it is their social responsibility to try and bring about a change in the mindset of society against the stereotypical portrayal of women in mass media, both in fiction and non-fiction genre. Call in 2012 opined, of particular importance in this regard is the need to improve the portrayal of women in communication media, which are powerful vehicles for molding public opinion and determining people's perceptions of social realities. Media can be a gender-based judgment perpetrator by depicting typecasted portrayals of women, or it can facilitate a stable exposure by revealing different acts of biasnesses of gender, hence empowering women. Hope you enjoyed the lecture. For more details, please read the e-text of this lecture properly and attempt the questions in the end. Thank you.